I Saw the TV Glow is a horror movie that was released in 2024. It follows these two, Owen and Maddie. They meet in school and they bond over this television show, The Pinko Pick. When examined through a gender critical lens, it's definitely a film that forces you to confront one's own identity, asks a lot of uncomfortable questions about identity, and it's all sort of illustrated through the TV show, The Pinko Pick. The main horror with I Saw the TV Glow is body horror and this sort of uncomfortableness that is depicted throughout Owen's entire life in the show. Basically, spoiler alert, the reality that you see in I Saw the TV Glow, the real reality that Owen resides in, is not reality. Actually, reality is the TV show that Owen and Maddie are watching, The Pinko Pick. That is the reality within the TV show. And Owen and Maddie, actual main characters of the TV show, The Pinko Pick, which are two women. In this alternate reality, basically, they get buried by like the main villain of the show, who's the man in the moon, right? Man in the moon obviously wants to stop the two women from, stopping him and his evil plans. They get buried, right? The really unsettling way that they depict that throughout the movie. It becomes increasingly clear that this reality is trying to stop Owen from discovering himself. Because, also spoiler alert, Owen is trans. Owen's meant to be a woman. That's why, in the reality that Owen finds himself in, he is a man. It's obviously not supposed to be. Maddie, throughout the show, helps him sort of discover this. And she comes back towards the end. She disappears, and Owen is, the whole point of the movie is that Owen is too afraid to confront the fact that he is a woman. The way that they're supposed to come back to reality is by killing themselves in the alternate reality. Otherwise, Owen's the only reality that he actually knows. So, about halfway through the movie, Maddie asks him to kill himself with her by burying themselves in the football field at their high school. Now, obviously, if your childhood friend who disappeared for 10 years asks you to do this, you might be a little concerned. Just a little bit. But the point is that we see this perspective through Maddie. We see that she's correct. That if you were to bury yourself, then you would be reborn, you'd be saved, thus discovering her true identity, that Owen is a woman. The movie doesn't actually end with Owen accepting himself. The movie actually ends with him suffocating and dying. And this isn't necessarily obvious when you watch the ending. There's a repeated motif that as Owen gets older, first of all, time moves faster as he starts to get old, which I suppose is true for all of us, but it's supposed to sort of depict the accelerating of his death, the accelerating of his suffocation. And as he grows older, he has a wheeze. It's a very visceral way to depict it, as he takes a box cutter and he just opens up his chest. I was always questioning what's inside of himself. It feels like if he opened himself up, nothing would be there. And he opens himself up, and this light comes out. It's a very beautiful sequence. It's short lasting, and by the end of it, he still hasn't discovered, or still hasn't accepted he's actually a woman. And the movie ends very ambiguously. It doesn't end with his death or anything. It ends implied that he never finds peace. But as Owen walks away in the final sequence, you can see a chalk writing on the ground that says there's still time to truly discover yourself, no matter how old you are, no matter how far in life you are, no matter how far you've gotten. The movie is really urging people to discover themselves. I think the horror of the movie really lies in Owen not accepting his gender identity. The horror of it lies in that he allows himself to rot away, essentially. And yeah, that would be I Saw the TV Glow if you examined it through a gendered lens. So, thank you for watching.